expecting a big drop-off in GDP, which is a dramatic. I've never seen the Fed revise something so dramatically to the downside. So I'm getting those statistics from the Fed, right? Not from Wall Street Journal, and I'm wondering about what that says. Sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be a tough year. I mean, everybody's calling for. We're going through austerity.
Yes.
So we and plus there's less bodies because of the immigration cut down.
Mm-hmm.
There's a work shortage. Then we've got Doge cuts, which essentially austerity. They're just not calling it austerity.
Yes, right.
And then you've got stagnation of the economy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got this inflation. Inflation continued. So it's a real mix of shit.
Yeah.
That's going to play out similar to Jimmy Carter into Reagan. The first year was really tough.
Okay.
1980, 1981.
So
I hear you.
Can't hear you there.
You're not audible, man. You're not audible
there. Audible there. So just to follow up there with that thought. So my understanding here then would be that we're going through basically like some, like you said, austerity measures. Things get bad for a while, and then on the other side of it, we get a nice bounce back, a nice rebound as we kind of basically cut the chaff, so to speak, get rid of the excess spending, get rid of, and the economy makes an adjustment.
To get rid of the unjust wars, endless wars. That was the key part of the platform in 16.
Right.
And 24. So I mean,
yes.
This is why Zelensky's being beaten down in the ground like a little kid, because this is the post World War II order. It's being cast off now. And
definitely.
This is the funeral for the post World War II order that occurred today.
Correct. This is challenging.
This is a signal for everybody who thought it wasn't happening. That it's really happening. And,
well, I was pretty sure that if Trump was in power, this would definitely happen. In fact, I figured that even without Trump, we were kind of testing the neoliberal order after the Second World War simply because of the incredible amount of debt. Yeah, we talked about it, right?
You've talked about it for a couple of years. But
yes, that's right.
For the rest of the people who are, I'm not sure, Russia is the enemy. We must stand with them.
Well, yeah, obviously
they're out the window now.
Yeah, of course. That's because they're watching NBC and they like what Brian Williams has to say to them or whoever is talking to them. They need comfort.
Well, I don't know. I think the Wall Street Journal, even Fox, they are generally beating this pro-Russia drum. It's the last thing. It's the Rubicon, basically. You don't remember when Tulsi did it. It was a huge shock. She said Russia's not really our enemy. The entire system went to go defang her.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump's been flirting with it all along, but even he knew it's a third rail. He can't be too cozy.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's full out. His UN envoy is voting is voting for Russia. He's essentially, that was last week. They voted against a measure to say Russia started the war. The UN vetoed that. U.S.
Yeah, that's right. They sided with North Korea.
Like the first time they've ever sided with Russia. And,
that's right.
This is a change of the guard. It's a big, big day.
So how does it help America? Like the average American, like right now they're facing cost of living crisis. There's inflation. There's talks of them coming after Medicaid, which a lot of Trump supporters apparently depend on. So how does that help the American?
Well, if your kids don't have to go to an unjust war, your money stops inflating away. Bottom line, this is going to be an end to the endless wars.
I can appreciate the war part. I was wondering more from the economic angle at all. How does this help?
Yeah, economics will follow that. The tariffs, the decrease in taxes, the increase in American manufacturing. Jobs, protectionism, isolation, will help regular Americans.
So you figure
in the long term.
In the
short term, a little bit of inflationary bump, some struggles. We'll have to make some cuts to things that were previously sacred, like defense spending, Medicare, Medicaid. Things are going to have to get cut. The hospitals will be cut. This is why I'm short United Health, short HCA, short Booz Allen Hamilton. down and everything it's been a hard hold for the last, I've been on these for a couple of weeks, and I look down and everything's flicked upwards, and I look at the news, and I don't know if they're both connected, but yeah, this is austerity. It's going to help everyone in the end. Look, if it's a major reaction and there's pain, if there's major pain, he will lose the midterms or he'll lose the next election with the successor, whoever that may be.
Right.
So politics will play out the same way it opened the door for Trump to get back in when Democrats messed up.
Yeah.
If he overcorrects back the other way, but you look at it, and charts, usually, generally, they'll stay symmetric. And so you're looking at 2 to 4 years of the pendulum swinging the other way before there can even be an overcorrection.
Right. Okay.
And his wild statements, his king statements, he's saying stuff to troll people. He's mid-swing on the pendulum. He's early in the swing of the pendulum going the other way.
Right.
I don't think it'll stop for 2, 4, 6 years. You could make the case it will go 12 years before anyone can do anything about it. If you look at it as a symmetrical graph moving back. So until he overcorrects, makes a problem, I can't see it happening though, man.
Right.
Honestly.
Well, so would that be your? I'm not going to hold you to it. Obviously, I'm just curious about your personal opinion on this. But what would your forecast be for timeline if you had to throw something out there? I know it's impossible to predict these things. I'm just quite curious what you think would be a time. Do you think it's a decade before we see things turn around, or is it a year, or is it 2 years?
You're going to get popular policies. People are behind all of this, and so I think 12 years.
12 years. That's a long time for people to wait.
If he pulls off the golden age of the late 1890s, 1900, if he can pull that off, and people start seeing fruit of it by 12 years, which it'll take before American manufacturing can come back and things really get vibrant. Why would he?
So what would people do in the meantime?
Centrist party.
Yeah, what would people do in the meantime for waiting a decade for things to turn around? You think people can sustain?
They're going to. Well, I'm saying that in 12. I'm saying a total reign of Elon and Trump, Trump's surrogate, basically,
right,
for 12 years. I think that the short-term pain of increased inflation.
Sorry, Abdel, your network cut out.
Bitch side is there that we.
Sorry, Abdel, I cut out for. Sorry,
not with Russia.
Abdel, you might go back 10 seconds.
Yeah,
you cut out there. Yeah. You said short-term pain.
The smacking up of. Yeah, there's short-term pain, but I'm trying to see where the pain is. How does smacking Zelensky around hurt the American people in any way, or the Doge cuts? How do they hurt anyone in any way? So none of these things add to short-term pain. Here, they'll cause some this and that. But most of the moves are very clean. They're very pro-American voter. So you don't see. I don't see there being severe pain. There'll be a dip in that. People don't care about the 401ks except rich people, man. Regular people don't have much set off in those. If the markets sink 30%, who gives a shit?
Right.
At the end of the day, some rich people will turn away from us. But oh well. This is a big centrist populist party right down the middle now.
Right.
So,
right. That makes a lot of sense there, actually. So, just one last thing, I guess, before I annoy you too much with my questions, because I do obviously always learn a lot from your perspective. So this centrist populist party, I think it's a great way of framing it for me here. So again, the Doge cuts were cutting off a bunch of federal employees. I mean, those people are Americans too, right? But I guess that's part of the whole promise of getting rid of the bloat and bureaucracy. So they're definitely following through on that. Are there any concerns for you about how these agencies are being run? Do you think about if you see a headline like the following, if you could interpret it for me, that Elon Musk is receiving a contract with the FAA and beating out Verizon for it by using his Starlink as the service provider there. Do you think there's a conflict of interest there? Do you think that these are actually going to improve the agencies? Because of, just reading a bunch around from people who work in that industry, they seem like this is not the right move, but I don't know any better. Do you have thoughts on something like that, about those kinds of moves?
Yeah, I think it'll be really good to carve them down. They're mainly useless. They need to get pushed out to the states for most of the regulatory functions, and I don't see him overcutting and getting into trouble that much. People probably talk about the nuclear engineers. I mean, yeah, occasionally you'll fire. Elon himself wanted this Ebola task force that was cut and then reinstituted. Saying that that's the other one way. And in terms of Starlink winning the contract, I mean, it's a rigorous process. They have to show that they'll come in cheaper, better product. So I mean, I don't think there's any bribery over there. It's not that much money compared to what he's making in other places. So yeah, it's possible he gets the edge on some contracts, but what's new from any other administration? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fair point too. It's not like Verizon didn't grease the wheels to get their contracts either. Yeah, I appreciate it, Joel. Thanks very much, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. Time will prove what happens.
Absolutely, of course.
This is the forecast. I'm bullish on the moves that are being done.
Well, I definitely appreciate your optimism, and it encourages my optimism, so I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you.
Announce something about being Friday.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day, but I have.
Hey, Dolphy, what do you think about that?
Please don't scroll.
I'm sorry, what do I think about what?
What do you think about MPOL? Oh, he's like. Okay, never mind. Madara, why don't you just call? Oh, by the way, Zelensky just got kicked out of the White House. Oh my God. There's no news conference, you know. He got kicked out, so that means he's really
The Honorable Mike Johnson, Senate.
It's not looking good, guys.
The Honorable.
Not looking good.
Dude, why do you Americans have to be such these fucking JR? Like, why do you have to be such a bully, man? What?
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, don't say. I'm talking to I think your name sounds like European, so I'm just only talking to Americans right now. So JR, why do you have to be such a police man?
wait, don't tell me, man. I have no fucking skin in this game. Okay? I'm a regular guy.
JR, we want to know why you bullied Zelensky today in the Oval Office. Why'd you yell at him like that?
Man, what is this all about?
Just kidding, JR. Yeah, we're just kidding.
Like everyone's reporting to me and they're doing what I asked.
President JR, I'm very concerned with your behavior in the White House today.
I mean, the thing is, there's not going to be any deal, seems like, and then this war will continue because if there was no...
Ukrainians will die. That's what's going to happen. Ukrainians will die for their country. If it was your sovereign country and you had an identity as a Ukrainian and you had your own culture and language and foods and you had fought hard for a long time to have this and you believed in the democracy and the nature of it, would you not fight for your own country? Would you not fight for your own,
Don Diego.
your own sovereignty?
Don Danton.
Okay, that's a very good question, and that's why I wanted to come in, but then this call came in.
What's up, dude?
I'm recording people on Clubhouse. I'm trying to get out of my house to go to the gym. About to leave any minute now.
I have this new set of headphones, and if I'm in like Clown House and I'm in the audience,
Mhm.
I can't hear anything that's going on stage.
Dude, do you have man and tail? Holy shit, I love that stuff. That shit's amazing.
Why do you think my beard looks so good?
Yeah, I use mane and tail. That product's fucking solid product. That's an old product, you know. It's been around a long time. Great product.
I used to have horses. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was using it in my beard when I had a beard like yours. You do have a very fucking full beard, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, you
wouldn't want to see that.
That's what she said. Yeah, but what's going on? You about to head to the gym and all that shit?
Yeah.
So there's a reason why. So you can do a more nutrition.
You been drinking today much, or you actually gonna drink water and can't get the uric acid out of your body?
Back Russia here, right? So this is something that you could have continued to keep doing. Biden was having success doing that by keeping that bay. At this point, what's going to happen? As expected, is Trump's going to withdraw.
Am I listening to you talking in another room in the background on autoplay? Holy shit. That is 100% you. That is 100% you. I'm dying, dude. I'm so dying. I need to drink more beer.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great Friday Shabbos, great Saturday Shabbos, and a great Sunday Shabbos. Goodbye and salute.
Well, what do you want? What do you want tomorrow from the flea market?
I want you to do a yoga class for all the people in the flea market.
I can hire somebody to do that for me. I ain't gonna do it myself.
But I'll just go back to the second World War, right? That's pretty much just go back to after the second World War, we did have
What's wrong? What's wrong, Kitover?
No, I gotta figure out cause my car's fucked up, but I want to go to the gym and I can't go to the gym in my shorts. I guess I could bring a pair of shorts. I'll lock. All right, I'm gonna leave you here, Don Danton. Please enjoy the room. I'm exiting the building.
I was just wondering, what's going on with your,
fighters, jets, and tanks. You had to create some sort of
Are
cooperation.
you gonna be,
countries, which is why
getting kicked out of your building, or?
No. Everything is fine right now. But I am leaving you, and I hope you enjoy Clown House. I will be back. I'll be back in about probably 2 hours.
1946 to 1963, America restores itself. And then after the 1960s, starting in 1970, 71 in particular, with Henry Kissinger visiting China, you have the start of globalization. This is now economic unions. So now you're doing the Cold War, right? Throughout the 50s, 60s, you had the Cuban Missile Crisis. So this is a Cold War. Cold Wars are fought typically economically and through spies.
Cold War is done in 1990s.
Correct. So in the 50s and 60s, that's correct, exactly. So in the 50s, so fascism was defeated during the Second World War, but in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you still had this Cold War, this détente, this tete-a-tete with what we call Western liberalism and what we call communism.
My point is only this, right? Why are you fighting Russia when
so you can't.
the main challenger is China right now?
It's like
Russia closer to China.
Yeah, that question has to be put into context because it would be like, say somebody doesn't know anything about the history of India, say for instance, right? And then someone says, hey, how come these Indians and Pakistanis can't get along with each other? Why can't they just make one country? And someone says, there were once one country. Like, no, I don't. What are you talking about? But what about this Kashmir Jammu region? Why do they keep having a problem with Kashmir and so on? What's going on with these Indians? It's because they don't have enough context.
Look, JR knows everything. It's for sure. I know a bit of Cold War history. So just explain to me.
I was getting there. I was getting there. And that was my explanation here. So you had a Cold War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and the fall of the Soviet Union made Americans believe, or the world believe, that Western liberalism and Western democracy was going to win now, because they thought there were these different forms of governance. So fascism has fallen in the 40s, now communism has fallen, and in the 1990s, it felt like that's it. America's going to roll over the whole world and make everyone a democracy. So you had the Gulf Wars in the early 90s, which obviously were about oil and such. And then as you get into the 90s, you also have in the backdrop the rebuilding of China economically due to globalization that started in the 70s. So you now have these tensions of you're giving up some of your economic prowess in order to have a larger and bigger picture of which direction the world is moving in. And so some people have this philosophy of saying, well, we can connect more. So that's why you have these global unions. right? The unions are like the European Union, the economic unions. Economic unions typically precede more peace and prosperity because you have.
Don't. Come on, don't go so here and there. Just tell me why.
Listen, you have economic.
He's correct. He's correct.
I'm correct. Right?
Yeah.
If you're not interested in history or context,
Neutral.
if you're
I know the history. I'm asking you a question and you're not
if
answering.
you're not interested in context and you want some tweets soundbite, then go.
Dude, I know the context. I know the context.
I'm not going to give you a soundbite like I'm on NBC.
What type
Right.
of
I'm not going to give you a soundbite like I'm at a press conference and be like, so, Mr. President, why do you think that we should do this? Like, oh, this is the reason why. And then the headline comes out, and Madara goes,
Okay, go on. I listen to your bullshit for next 5 minutes.
It's not bullshit. It's that you're an impatient person with no respect for history or
Yeah, dude,
context.
go on.
Why you have
Just say.
impatience to begin with. But you could do yourself a favor, right? By if you
Okay, go on. I said go on. I said go on.
ask in good faith, right? And you can have a good faith conversation. But if you don't have a good faith conversation, with me, then don't have that. You don't ask a question. You don't ask a question if you're not willing to listen to the other person. When I ask somebody a question, I'm willing to listen to their entire thing because I want to hear their entire way that you think.
Yeah, come on, Madara. He rarely speaks.
Dude, I already said go on. Like, what do you want me to say?
Hey, just to my cross Alright, here's a question, right? So, okay, let's move forward with this part.
Dude, let him talk, man. Let him
No,
talk.
wait.
Let him go on.
What happened was now he got kicked out, so that means this relationship has been burned. So now let's move the chessboard a little bit, right? This was going to happen in my opinion. I think the U.S. has already decided Ukraine will be a sacrificial fucking goat, right? And because they don't want to go into direct conflict with Russia, because I think I'm with Trump on this one, because that creates a really dangerous situation in my opinion.
No, it's
But hang on, but then I think Ukraine will probably not have a line.
Look, let's go on.
No,
I want to hear this answer.
Ukraine will.
Look,
Ukraine. I will fucking remove you from the room. All right, there you go. All right, I guess what I'm trying to say is this, right? I think Ukraine will probably align with Europe, or even try to China maybe, and so they're going to try to find more alliances. So 100% the world is bipolar at this point, to be honest with you. And I mean, U.S. doesn't have any choice, man. This is not a right or wrong answer. This is you said it right, Perseus. It's like if I'm living my small little apartment, if someone's going to come and force me out or take a couple of my rooms, I'll be pissed and I would want to fight for it, right? But what can even so then if the bigger players get involved, then it's even a bigger problem. So I'd rather have a small problem than a big problem. And when it comes to right or wrong, I think if someone's removing me from my house, that's not right in my opinion.
Yeah, it used to all be part of Russia for the backstory. And then
look, let's just go on.
we did a revolution there in 2014, color revolution. We fomented Yanukovych to get kicked out. So this we've been playing in the snake nest a long time, and to act like everything is just the Zelensky Ukrainians fighting for their rights. It's people have done the homework and no one believes it anymore. Quite frankly, they don't give a shit about Ukraine or Zelensky here in America. I think the majority of people are not willing to endure that anymore. It's a waste of time. The only people who are like for it are the entire mainstream media, the entire think tank structure on both sides. So the people who are for it, they tip their hand. In my opinion, it's they're on an island now, and so this demonstration today was just beautiful. It was exactly what was needed.
Look, that's really humility. Like the way that Zelensky was there. That was really humiliating for Zelensky.
If I was Zelensky, I would actually run right now. I would just go forward. Look, this is his only option right now. It's just too long because he's got two big players against him, Russia and Ukraine. I mean, US. Damn, he needs to be like, get on a chopper, go somewhere on the island, take his family, and just fucking run home.
Look, that was so disrespectful, JR, what Trump did to Zelensky. At least you agree or not?
Yeah, that provocation shouldn't have. That JD Vance.
I mean, that kind of shit, like, come on, man. Like, you look, you know
JD Vance shouldn't have, because JD Vance's tone has been like that towards Europe, and when he went to that AI meeting, that was a giveaway. Like, I think he's playing that card, and you know, he did the same thing again. So this provocations.
the least thing you can do is, like, you know, you already gave supported Ukraine for a lot of years. The least thing you can do is, you know, treat him with some respect. Not like this, not like what happened.
See that tone. It's not what he said. It's a tone that got him. Zelensky. So
I mean, the tone is what matters, JR. Like, like Trump could have said, okay, like, we are all for peace, man. Like, let's chill down. Let's talk about shit, you know.
if this was Vivek, probably he would have had a tone like mine, like very cool, soothing. Hey, Zelensky. I mean, if you really want to bring two parties at the table, then you have to be like nice to both these guys.
It's all about, like, after today's press meet, it almost seems like, you know, Trump is just pro-Russia and anti-Ukraine. That's what it seems like today. After today.
Yeah, but there's a reason why, right? Because for national interest, because in Russia, if the U.S. is in odds with Russia, that means it puts into the camp of China, and then that creates a bigger problem. So this is a lot of big geopolitical chessboard.
I think using under Trump should never interfere in any country. Like, they just, you know, mind their own fucking business, because like, technically, I really think that Trump does not have any kind of interest in any country, any kind of you know, politics around the world. So he should just withdraw any kind of support from every country and just not talk about anything at all.
No, but if Russia and U.S. get into a war, the world will be finished. I mean, that's not the end goal. That's not the end goal that we want. So you see, there's a bigger problem, man.
Yeah, but you just sacrificed Ukraine for Russia.
I think Zelensky made a mistake. Back when they had that meeting, he should have been like, okay, you know, what's your deal? He should have taken that deal over. But then I think I was in that. I watched the meeting in 2019. They signed up some kind of deal with Merkel and even Macron. And he was saying that, right? And then yet he broke the ceasefire. I think Putin did. And I don't know.
Yeah. Look, that's why they are asking for some kind of like either the NATO membership or some kind of security, you know, alliance, some backstop, some support. Like, because European countries are bullshit, you know, they don't go to war. Like, they are like incredibly.
Actually, I was feeling. Why do I actually have a feeling that our discussion is not going to lead to any conclusion?
Yeah, I mean, we are not very powerful, right? Of course, it's not going to go anywhere. But we have to pass the time. Talking to JR, so it's okay, dude. It's okay. Look, if you're bored, feel free to leave the room. Go start for some local elections and become a very big leader. Then you can change the world. Not right now. So just go focus on your.
myself.
Focus on your goals. So let me talk.
I say the world needs a distraction. The aliens need to show up. That's the only way we'll come together. That's my.
I mean, why are we complicating things, man? Why are we complicating?
I know this guy he's a drunk. Okay, go down, please, or just go on mute first. Okay, thank you. Go on mute. Okay, Madara, continue yours. Anyone wants to go?
You know that I'm drunk.
You're quiet. We know
Is that how you actually differ?
You talk nonstop.
No, one second.
Yeah.
I don't. All right. Even if I.
We know this voice. Well,
this is the kind of people that you want to be dealing with.
Yeah, look, yeah.
In political scenario, these are the kind of people.
Shut the fuck up. You're not a politician. You're not going to change anything, right? Just go down.
No, I am. In my purview, I'm actually changing things. Have you taken one single step in actually going about changing the perspective of how you actually look about geopolitics?
They are just pushing down.
He's just talking in circles.
No, he has one conscious thought.
Like he's talking on a meta level, and meta level people, like, you know, those guys.
No, I don't like this shit. Like, if you want to talk about the topic, just shut the fuck up.
Not good for like making assumptions and meta languages. Look, I don't have that kind of power. Like the society, the United States, like, right? So
Yeah, fantastic. Then why speak for certain geographies? Why don't we speak about ourselves?
Look, can you shut the fuck up? I'm talking.
yeah, they both have walked away. There's no deal at the table. Now it's going to get worse.
So it's only influence that you are talking about. Let me. So this is where I belong, right? Where I belong is where actions actually happen. I'm talking about small agendas which you can actually add to your life. It's about small.
Come on, Jay, come on. It's enough.
Madara, here's one thing. So I'm actually trying to educate people that
No, fuck you. You're not educating me.
you should be educated because looks like you got inference and no you just opinionated, dude. You don't know the ground reality. Simple.
You guys, what's happening here?
Nothing much.
No, what's up with this shit?
Yeah. I am a piece of shit, but yeah, and I'm telling you,
What is it? Nice move. Thank you so much. Yeah, the quality of the conversation down. Yeah, I request peace. Thank you so much. What's up, people? What's poppin'? Bro, is everyone dumb or deaf? Dumb, deaf, both? Fuck off, bro. Yeah, one more down. People. Ka-ching. Look, we don't have that kind of power, man. All we can do is sit and make side commentaries. That's all. And just talk here on Clubhouse. We really don't have any power. But I think I agree with what Trump is trying to do here. I think he doesn't want to.
Just came off like a very undiplomatic and rude.
Dude, you don't understand that this puts U.S. closer to Russia. So Putin is like, hey, that was good. At least now I think U.S. is coming back in our camp. This improves relationship with Russia. It's actually a good thing. We don't want third world war, man. We don't want to get into like nasty fight with Russians.
Yeah, but you can do it without being so rude, man. Like, that was so rude.
Man, the JD, man. Someone needs to sit down with him and have a conversation. Hey, buddy, like, just do a tone check. Like, tone check. And then go into...
Have you ever heard of good cop, bad cop strategy?
Yeah. So I know this is a bad cop. And the good cop is Democratic Party.
The good cop was Trump. Trump was the good cop, tried to be a little friendly. JD was told be the bad cop prior to that. Don't think they're stupid. They huddled up before and talked about JD. You're gonna fuck him. And this is how. Just jump right in and fuck him in front of all the cameras. So it's probably something like that. Give me bad copy.
The US already has a $350 million in this poker game. So I mean, they already invested.
No, that's the reason why you want your guy to win, right? If you go in front of a TV, matching the guy you've given all the money to, Putin will be more, emboldened.
He's more happy.
To do whatever he wants.
Happy. If
Putin is fucking happy, man.
USA gets their money back out, the mineral rights. So who cares? Let them make their deal and be done. Finish up. It's the name of the game right now. What do you think the mineral rights deal was?
Yeah, but you're not gonna get any mineral rights if Russia occupies Ukraine, right?
Yeah, you do. Because Russian mines also you get from them too. Yes, you do. That's it.
You gave all the money to Ukraine to fight with Russia, and you said
exactly. But Trump already went on the record. He said that they will buy from the Russian mines also.
yeah, you have to buy. They're not giving you any contract or something. And you know what? You want to happen?
There's a rare earth mineral shortage. So yeah, he's taking.
Yeah, you have to buy. No one is giving it for free, right?
No, but Ukraine will give it for free. You get 20% of it for free.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if Russia occupies much of Ukraine, then you get nothing for free.
Yeah, those areas are already decided, Madara. Or are you talking stupid? Like they're going to change the line? They already set the lines now. Russia owns that part.
So that is the question, right? Look, that is what Zelensky want to ask.
There's no question about the borders. There's no question about the borders. It's already agreed.
Yeah, that is a question about the border.
There's no question on it. There is no question on the border. It's about
the border is not fixed, man. The border is not fixed.
The border is fixed. It is fixed now.
No. Okay, who's fixing it? What if Russia invades tomorrow?
The line of troops, the line of control that fixes it.
Yeah, there is no line of control. If you don't support Ukraine, then there is no line of control.
Do you know the names of the places Russia took from Ukraine? Can you name them?
No.
Even a high schooler here can name. Even a high school student can name them here. So get
of course you can.
Man, Madara, why don't you take a little bit before you make a hot take? Can you name have you heard of a place called Crimea? Does that ring a bell?
Of course.
Why didn't you say it when I just asked you this question?
Because it's a lot more to do than Crimea. Crimea was taken over the last time. Long time ago.
Have you heard of?
Look, I can name something, okay? Crimea, Donetsk, a lot of places.
You already showed you can't name anything. Okay? So these areas were taken by Russia during the war. They will be kept. That's the loss. 20% of the landmass. So they'll take the L. And nobody's even negotiating that. No one's even complaining about it.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, look, my question
is the term of the deal. Give us the
dude, it's okay. Look, you don't understand my question. Look, let me ask my question, then answer, please.
Your cushion is shit.
Okay, let me just finish my question. Okay, now we can fix this, the line of control that wherever the Russian and Ukrainian forces occupy, then tomorrow, if Russia invades again, violating the ceasefire, what will stop them? What will stop the Russians? Will USA come into play? Will they support Ukraine?
We're not giving those. That's where the negotiation is now. So that's a good question. That is what he's asking is for assurances, reassurance. But no. Why should we? They're not a NATO ally. They're not an ally. Why should we commit our troops in case something happens? No. Let Europe do that. Someone else. Not our business. But if USA has an equity stake in all the mines of the area, clearly, these guys are not going to break the deal. It's good enough. They promise never go to NATO. That's the the problem.
So if you have a mining permission somewhere inside Ukraine, close to the border, maybe you should also commit to something to Ukraine. Tell them that okay, we will come when Russia violates the ceasefire. Otherwise, your investment is lost.
They'll go make a problem. They'll just go make a problem there. It'll be a war next year. So no, that's why they're sticking to no. No is the answer from administration. That's why. Because otherwise you'll be a sucker. They'll just go.
Yeah, but then what motivates Ukraine to give you special permission to take their?
They're all killed. They've all been killed, and they don't have people to fight. They're done. They've been beaten down to submission. They need to sign the paper and finish up. Done.
No, how do you get the deal for mining the rare material from Ukraine? What motivates Ukraine to give you the rights to take it all for free?
They're the ones signing. Why do you think they're signing? They're signing. Why?
They are going to sign it.
So why?
No, they are not signing it.
It makes no sense. Why would
I think they will only sign it if there is some kind of defense alliance with USA or some kind of security, assurances from USA. Otherwise, they will not.
You're just basically telling what's been in the paper for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's where the deal is. That's what the issue is. But it's close to a deal. Now, after Zelensky has been bitch slapped like this, I don't know what's going to happen. He could just pull away for a little bit. The little bird goes and comes back. Always come back. Just straight. This is just a negotiation with her. Nothing special.
The negotiation is not so good, dude. I think your president is not
how do you
diplomatic at all.
Okay, but that's what they said about North Korea. They said it about Iran. Wait. What did Trump achieve with North Korea? Nothing. What's your president doing? What's your prime minister doing? What's he showing his strength? He's going and arresting people for saying bad words on the internet.
That's what we do.
You Europeans are so out of it. You think Americans will die and pay while you suckers sit there, while we're your suckers.
Yeah, you idiots. You idiots mentally died in Afghanistan and Iraq for nothing. Look, why did you guys go to Afghanistan and Iraq and die?
It's really bad.
No, tell me.
It's really bad. Very bad.
I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about you saying that.
Exactly.
You guys mentally died in Iraq and Afghanistan.
You think MAGA can
What do you think?
for USA?
I don't give a fuck about MAGA. I'm talking about the USA.
You think Trump? How do you think Trump came to power? It's because of all those mistakes. That's why people supported Trump. Don't want to see that anymore. He's the one against all of it. So today's demonstration shows you that that's for real. It's in a brutal way. It's not polite.
Yeah, it's really brutal, man. Look, the thing is, I give it to MAGA sentiment, right?
Remember when J.D. Vance came and yelled at all of your leaders 2 weeks ago? And you all had such an emotional response.
I agree with the J.D. Vance when he called. I agree with the J.D. Vance when he called out the Europeans for their lack of, freedom of speech.
It doesn't matter if you agree or not. You're just Madara in Germany. You don't even have a vote. At least for us, we can vote for one party or another. You're one cunt sitting in Germany.
Yeah. You vote for one party or another party.
Yeah, you vote for it.
Man, because of MAGA, Europe will rise. Shut the fuck up, everyone. Europe will rise again.
I really think
Are you still voting for Modi?
I think Madara is a global citizen, and we should allow his voice to come through. Come on, don't be a dick.
Because of all this, Europe has been sleeping.
You are sitting there in Germany. You don't know where Crimea is. You don't know where Donbass is. You don't.
Fuck you! I know more about Crimea than all of you people. It's not the first time. It's not the first time.
You know so much. Why didn't you answer me? What are the territories that Russia has taken? It's a very
because because we are not Americans, man. We are not like Americans. Just say some half truths.
How do I know those areas and you don't know them? You're sitting right next to them. You don't know them.
The fuck you don't. I know America.
You're
Sorry,
pathetic.
I know about Crimea.
You're pathetic. You couldn't answer
You
me.
guys know.
Why were you stumped by the question? What area? I asked him, what areas did Russia take? JR, did Mother answer, or was he just fucking like a dumb cat when I asked that?
I think he knows, but he's just not letting
He
it.
doesn't know. He doesn't know any of the intricacies. He's got no idea on the mineral deal. He's got no idea where they are in the negotiation or what's been reported.
No, but
He's
here's
just coming here to troll.
But here's the thing, Madara. Look, you don't understand. The Crimea or all these places is a special place for Russia because Crimea is very close to the Black Sea, and I think Putin probably wants that space because either he is threatened by Europe or he wants to have more influence in that shipping lane, basically. And the other part is there's a lot of uranium in Ukraine, and REEs, which stands for rare earth minerals or whatever that is. Elements, yeah. So I think there's a little bit of greed, Madara. This is what I don't get, man. All these nations I don't know what they're doing out there. I mean, like, how much of economic development are we going to do over dead bodies? Like, and they're always trying to one-up each other, and everyone wants to have their own influence and dominance. And this is a bad situation to be in, to be honest with you. This is actually a perfect storm for Third World War.
No, it's actually, there will be no Third World War. If USA goes this way, there will be no Third World War. Russia will be happy. Europe is kind of pissed right now, and Ukraine is like kind of
Third World War.
There will be no Third World War. There will be no
wars like war on.
There will be wars, but look, if you don't support Ukraine right now, Russia will slowly.
You go and blow yourself up. They'll send Madara to the next one. You go blow yourself up. Won't be us.
Yeah, it's not like you went to do that, right?
You're still.
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, come on. It's not like you went to. You sound like your father went to Vietnam War.
Hey, I'm too old to be drafted. You're still in. You're still in.
Dude, you're just immigrants, American immigrant, man. Come on, it's not like your father went to fought in Vietnam War. Come on, shut the fuck up. Madara, your profile picture looks better than you.
You know,
Yeah, thank you.
I'm always fresh off the boat, immigrant. Fresh off the boat. Fresh. FOB. But,
Hey, go back to India and fight for India. I'll come and join you. We'll fight the Indian Corps, NRI Corps, and we'll go fucking blast off in Kashmir. How about it?
you have a nationalistic Nachiketa here. After all, you will be.
By the way, Amtal, we can both go to Kashmir to bomb some, not Kashmir. Yeah, whatever, dude. Kashmir, whatever. So, Amtal, let's go to Kashmir for bombing some slopes. They have some lift there. It's the highest lift in the world.
No, I really want to ask a question to Abhaya. Where is the Dharma in all this geopolitics? I mean, if he's listening, that'd be a very interesting spiritual perspective.
JR, is your smoke alarm going off again?
Yeah, I have a tip line open. I'm out of money. Can someone donate some money? Who's laughing?
I'm laughing at you.
I think Abhaya is probably busy crying. Yeah, Madara, look. I know how you feel, man. It seems like you're a little bit empathetic. You don't like police. That's what it sounds like. But this is how the world works, man. This is just how the world works. The police, there are linguistic bullies here. There are bullies who are economic powerhouse. There are bullies all over. There are clubhouse bullies. You know what I'm talking about. I think there are bullies.
Can we talk about the recent problem in India? Or you don't care about it at all about India?
India is a special place. It has a protection. India is a special place. India is under protection of God. Special protection.
Did you go to Morocco and dunk your head in the water? Ganges.
Who's doing it? Who?
I'm asking you, man.
Yeah, I did that a long time ago. I mean, all my sins are taken care of. Varanasi is a very scary place. You'll see like a reality, like death. You'll see people getting like cremated. You'll see like I don't want. It's a very dark place, dark and if you have a nice spiritual light, then it won't affect you. But like me, I'm very advanced, and all you guys, right? So it doesn't. But garbage.
It's kind of disgusting to throw bodies in the water, man. That's not hygienic at all.
I think I kind of agree. I mean, there needs to be some special policies around Ganga, like But look, when I went there, I went with good faith, and when I dipped in the water, my heart felt really light. So there is some power in there. But yeah, let's just leave it to that. It's I really enjoy it, but never drive in Calcutta because it's very scary drive. People just drive like crazy.
So Ganga, you went to dip in the Ganga in Calcutta.
Yeah.
How is that different from the other dip sites?
I felt good. Everyone has a different opinion. And,
is it more muddy or clear, or is it more?
So I went to Mayapur, which is a Iskon place, and the water there is like a sandy. It smells like the sand smells like actually sandalwood. So I don't know, they did something to that place. So that side is pretty good. But if you go to Varanasi, that's a very heavy place, man. Meaning like, I don't know if you know anything about Varanasi.
It's a lot of smells going on because it's near the gas.
It's almost like a cremation site right by the bank. And then you also see agoris. You also see all kinds of sadhus. You see, it's a tough place to be. Yeah.
Don't you think we should send the agoris to schools, man? They're just wasting their talents.
No, I think these people are advanced, super advanced.
They come to your factory and you can train them. Madara, you can really make them go up by training them in the factory.
No, what do you mean they are advanced here? Like they don't contribute shit to Indian economy.
No, they understand.
Who do you think's more aware? One of them or you? Hello?
I think it's me.
Yeah, we all think of something different.
But they understand the game of life, my friend, which can be taken away anytime.
They don't contribute anything to the economy. Like all they do is like eat free food and shit somewhere. What's their contribution? Nothing.
They question the existence itself. So they ask this question, why are you here? And if you're here, that temporary basis troubles them. So then they go on a quest. And then when they go on a quest, they find either enlightenment or they're on their way. And they're looking for a permanent place. And based on scriptures, this is not our permanent place. It's like a turtle who left the ocean and is on the beach, but the real home is the ocean, basically. Something like that.
Yeah, they're just lazy assholes, dude. It's like a dragon alien society.
Okay, how much of a world can you even develop? Like, okay, let's say this world becomes a perfect place. Okay, there is no such thing as there will always be a chance of improvement. Always there will be like 1%, 2% people. So and then you have this problem, geopolitical problems. Every nation is different. They all have their own baggage. They all want to one up each other, right? They all want to dominate. And then you get into that. Then one guy is trying to pull the other guy down. So I mean, it's a chain reaction, complete chain reaction.
Look, what is coming out of them? Nothing. They don't even try to put some spirituality or something. They're complete waste.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look, it's a different way. It's like saying, oh, why do we have artists? Why do we?
Dude, artists produce something. That's what I'm asking. What did these artists do? Like, do they write books? Look, do they write books? Do they teach someone about spirituality or something? Absolutely nothing. Like, these guys just live on their own and like they don't care about anyone else. They're asocial people. That's it.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think they're probably. It's hard to say, but many of them are even very much tested in the sense that, like you and me, we are not. Right? These guys have no home. They live on the streets. They survive.
Yeah, beggars.
They're beggars.
Have you not seen beggars?
Hang on. You know what kind of test is that? Try living even one day outside your house. 2 days, 3 days. These guys are living on the streets for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. They live in the ashram or whatever. And
That's what beggars do.
Mazara, let me ask you, what are you doing for sitting on your fucking ass making money in Germany?
Like, what the fuck should I do for something for India?
That's what you're judging them on, that they don't do anything for you.
I'm saying they are not useful to society at all. I'm at least earning money, paying taxes, programming some shit which might be helpful for some
You
people.
take all the
What am I doing?
taxes, they take all the taxes and they pay for some bullshit with it. It all goes to zero. They overspend whatever you put in.
Look, that I can say for everyone, right? Like, you are a doctor, like
You're benefiting a bunch of low income and immigrants. Free healthcare. Congratulations. Great job.
Fuck you.
Good job, Manora. Ooh.
Oh, man, you have to show some. Look, you guys have to show some respect to European Union.
Well,
We're not so losers.
What have you done to deserve the respect? What have you done to deserve the respect?
Look, we are the cradle of human civilization.
No, but answer me what you've done to deserve America's respect. What have you done? What have you done? We saved you. Dumbass.
What do you mean you said? Come on, man.
We beat Europe in the Civil War, in the
The next night, Trump is going to send you home with a handcuff on. Did you see that?
We saved you multiple times. We're saving you again with Russia and Ukraine. You all are like a little chihuahua.
Dude, Europe will rise again. When we rise, you will be like a third world country.
Do you even have one battleship? Do you even have one aircraft carrier? Germany? You don't even have one.
No, actually, I don't think we have that.
France maybe has two. You got nothing, man.
No, Germany, what we have? We have probably nothing.
Nothing. You got covered.
No, we are peace loving, man. No, Germany is like a city of heroes.
Just don't look at the history book. Right.
But we will rise again, man. When we rise again, there is like really nothing to stop. I'm gonna vote for the AFD. Let's see.
You're gonna vote for AFP?
AFD.
AFD. So you don't like minorities, I guess?
Actually, I don't know. Like, I don't even think that even they want to have something, the AFD is already talking about, removing nuclear weapons from Germany and not developing nuclear weapons at all. So I'm not really sure about what AFD really wants when it comes to, defense and geopolitics. I think the only thing is, just, removing all the immigrants from Germany, nothing else.
It's a great day. Deep state is finished. It's over. I mean, I could never imagine this Trump administration would be this good. Never in my wildest dreams. So we're thankful. And thankful people like Germany don't get to dictate what we do.
Look, what happened to your boy, Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yeah, he showed his feet and it was a big scandal. Did you see this?
that guy was like swatted away from MAGA so fast.
No. He's Trump came and fully endorsed him as governor. Strongly and fully endorsed him. It is what it is. I think maybe he's a little bit. Maybe people don't trust him on the inside, or.
He's shifty. He's like a shifty Jew. A shifty Hindu.
Yeah, he's shifty. He's selling his bitch on his sales. White guys really don't like him, the racists. It's okay.
But actually, I really think I like him more than I like Trump. I think he's very intelligent.
No, you're tribal. You're a tribalistic person. You want to see.
No. It's not that I'm tribal, right?
You can't. Listen, how can you like?
No.
How can you like this guy who's like a salesman, like a greasy salesman, more than the guy who won?
But look, he always like. If I'm American, I will actually.
Do you think Vivek would show strong leadership under pressure like Trump?
More than Trump, yes.
You think he's strong? Well, only time can tell. If Vivek gets in one day, he'll get his chance.
Yeah, I don't think he will. Yeah, look, USA is a lot of idiots. I don't think they're gonna vote for some Hindu guy from Hindu brown guy. I don't think so. He's gonna suffer.
Possible. You may possibly be right, but you can see who's the most popular person in the cabinet, right? The one they saved for the end. So people like you, Indians fresh off the boats, they're shocked that Kash Patel is being held up as the hero of the side. You haven't been following.
Because he's been
popular since 2016. How did he become famous? Tell me how he became famous.
By consistently looking Trump's ass.
What was his first action? What was his main action brought him to prominence in 2016-17? What did he do?
I don't know.
You ever heard of the Nunes memo? No. He wrote the Nunes memo and he exposed the spy operation against Trump. So this is a major work of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was not a kissing ass. He was assistant DNI, assistant deputy national intelligence. So he was. He knows where the bodies are buried, and he's very loyal. That's true. But so it's hard, the same people who said that MAGA is racist to Indians because of Vivek. you have to also explain the love for cash, widely loved. Just never give you a balanced take.
Look, it's one thing to get appointed, and the other thing to get votes. In a democracy, that's what counts. Look, I will change my mind if Vivek Ramaswamy gets.
Both were appointed, and then.
No. Look, no, I'm not. I'm talking about. I'm really talking about.
If getting voted. Why Indians only focus on one? Who will be the next Indian president? Are you that fucking clannish and tribalistically stupid that you're?
I'm not even talking about who's.
Let me finish. Are you that clannish and tribally stupid that your bar for success? Your bar for success is an Indian American president. Is that how fucking stupid you are?
Actually, I really hate Kamala Harris is more Tamil than Vivek Ramaswamy is. So I really hate Kamala Harris. I never wanted to see her as a US president. So I'm not clannish. I'm not asking for this. I'm only saying that.
You think Vivek is greater than Trump? You think Vivek's greater than Trump?
Vivek, I think is
you think Vivek is greater than JD Vance?
I think so, yeah.
You look at the two men and you're.
I think. Look, JD
Vance is a senator. He's a senator at least. You don't even see that. Oh, JD.
Wow, maybe, but when it comes to public speaking, I think Vivek is a bit more mature. How he speaks.
You're fresh off the boat. You're not able to feel the inflections. You don't feel the little bit of salesman vibe.
Whatever.
He's out of touch. But you're also fresh. He's fresh off the boat too. Vivek acts fresh off the boat. That's the problem. To you, it looks like a good boy. Very good. 100. 10 out of 10. But you're not seeing the other part of it. He was pushed down the stairs and thrown around the high school. He had a rough time coming up as a nerd.
Oh, JD Vance.
Who do you think? Which of the two do you think was thrown down the stairs in high school and thrown around? And he had to go and get an ankle. He had to have a surgery, he said, because he was thrown down the stairs by a black youth. While he was walking with all of his books stacked. He was holding all his books, and boom, they throw him right down the stairs.
That's a typical man.
Yeah, Madrasi. That's really well. It's not typical for Vivek. Yeah.
You're the same way too. I've told you.
No one tried that shit with me. No one tried that shit. I ain't no fob. But Vivek was a nerd. He was a beast.
Stop overcompensating. You're a fucking iron.
Listen, I'm an
You're a fucking iron in Tamil Nadu. Like, you went through all the nerdy bullying, what you're talking about. Like where did
I only moved there when I was
moving. He had his motorcycle. One day got into a fight, and then they cornered Emtol. And Emtol was able to beat their ass. Like, this is a story.
You missed the end of the story. Emtol went down, then they surrounded and started kicking. So that was an L. I took an L, a big L versus 7. But 1 versus 7, you're going to take an L generally.
Did they beat you with pipes, or how did they?
No, there was no pipe. There's foot and hands, old fashioned.
What do you think? Can you take on JR like a one-on-one fist fight? Can you beat JR?
Yeah. But it'll be a good match. I think he's maybe a little shorter than me.
Chunky.
But he has some nice biceps. He's less fatter than he sounds. This guy's not that fat. But
I wouldn't fight Emtol. He's a brother.
Look, we can have some fun with some gloves, but even that.
No, look, we are just talking, right? Do you think you can take on?
No, Madara, I will fucking knee you in the chest over and over. 1, 2. I already have
You
to
really,
one.
you really think you
I'll
can
hold you
take
by
a
the shoulder. Listen, let me tell you my combo. I'll grab you by the shoulders, then boom, one right knee right to the chest, and then 1 or 2 elbows right in the head, and there'll be lights out. You'll go straight to premium.
So your confidence?
Yeah, you're a little bitch.
No,
You'll be
I don't
my,
think so.
you'll be my bitch.
No, fuck you, man. Like, you're going down.
Come here.
You will be on your knees when you say
From the testosterone man, high testosterone. Well, that's what
You,
all of
Madara,
us
he's very tall. Madara is tall. How tall are you, Madara?
balls, he's tall.
He said he's 5, or 5, 6.
60. When they say 5'11", it means take 2 or 3 off. Someone taught me that. Every time the man says it's always 2 boosts, 2 to 3 boosts.
fuck 5'11". I don't know what.
Show me a picture of your ass next to the door frame, you little bitch. Show me you next to a window or a door frame. But it's okay. You may be strong. You say you jump around and
Yeah. You bitches are, like,
you may have
dancing
some
with
strong legs.
I'm not gonna show anyone my picture, like.
You may have some strong legs. I'll get you down on the ground quickly. That's my counter to that. We'll get you right down on the ground. The legs can't do anything. Your legs are out. They're out.
Yeah, but come on, man. I beat your shit. You're a dad. I'm a youngster with a lot of vigor. I do a lot of sports. I do a lot of sports. Come on, I can beat your shit.
Like badminton.
Shit out of you. Fuck you. Badminton, man.
Fucking.
I go hiking. I go climbing. Didn't I tell you? I go hiking, running,
Yeah,
climbing.
That's good.
So, like, what the fuck do you do?
Have you ever punched? Listen, have you ever punched anyone in the face?
No, never. Actually, maybe when I was a kid.
No. So the answer is no. Have you ever gotten in a good old-fashioned fight? Never been on a good one.
No.
Yeah. So how do you think you're gonna beat me? I've gone into one versus 7 and then come out beating up.
Dude, I learned karate.
I
learned karate. Look, I learned karate. And I know Aikido.
Yeah, I know the defense to all of that too. I've learned a little bit myself. So I can grab and throw. I did some judo. I like to take you by the clothes and twist the clothes and make like a luggage handle out of your fucking shirt. And then I'll launch you into the air.
Yeah, but
These are you're light. What are you, 140, 150 pound?
I don't know what pulses. Like, I mean, like
65 kg.
70 kg, yeah.
70
kg.
65, say. You'll be like lifting the luggage in the airport.
You're fucking fat American.
Because you don't know any of the defense. You didn't do judo. You didn't never fought anyone. You don't know how to.
I know Aikido. I know karate. I just punch you. I just punch you in the face.
Madara,
This is not enough.
My hands are in front of me.
Madara, you should start with kickboxing, then do some judo, then get into jiu-jitsu, and then Krav Maga. Like this is how you want to go. And then you
Just learn one. You don't need to do everything. Did you ever do punching bag, heavy bag, Madara?
No,
Practice your punches on a dummy. I have a dummy in the house I practice all day, just for a guy like you one day. So I can give you a nice fresh beating. It's called Bully Bobby. It's a nice, filled with 100-pound sand. I recommend to everybody to get a nice karate dummy. It's fun.
How fat are you?
Not bad. 10 pounds, 15 pounds overweight.
Yeah, you couldn't really move enough to back, hit me.
What are you, like the Flash? What are you, the Flash?
I'm a big Bruce Lee.
If you're a fast guy, I'll grab you and hold you close. This way. Get you on the ground. Hug you, but not like a lover.
do that with JL, man. Not me. Yeah, like, do you think we can take a Iftar together?
Hey, I would do this one. Let's get someone to arrange it with gloves and headset, headgear. 2 versus 1. Let's do it, guys. I need something to motivate me to train.
Ultimate Thambi takedown.
Ultimate Indian Galata. Indian.
No, by the way, yeah, like, why are you, like, I'm talking about, like, some serious stuff. Like, what's with the boobs, man? What's with the Joe Rogan boobs?
Oh yeah. That's someone drew so they took my picture, put it into AI, and they were able to generate this. And that's my boob, actual boob. He was able to literally see through my boobs, through my So who is this? What's up, Avish? We like your mustache. What's going on?
They see through your heart, you know. The air is, pierced through your heart.
What? The AI sees through you.
Somebody saw you, and then this AI made you pick. And this version of you, the avatar. So I was just kidding. I mean, they went through your heart.
Oh, that sounds very scary. What's going on?
With that, I mean,
Are you threatening me or something? Or?
No. What I'm trying to say, if you look at this image, your eyes and the features which are coming out, the whole character and the vibes, they're pretty good. They're solid. I mean, there's nothing bad. So I mean, it's actually a positive one. If you focus on the face, leave the boobs. I mean, somebody here was interested in boobs. I'm focusing on the eyes, brother.
Are you a militant? Are you are you a good guy or a bad guy?
I mean, what sort of question is this? Like, everybody is good and bad, isn't it? No, not everybody. Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Like, what is that? Like, and how did that word militant?
I think this guy's a WhatsApp up guy. That guy we threw out. I think he came back.
Where are you from? No, Avish, where are you from?
Like, how does it matter?
Because we want to know, are you fresh off the boat? Are you like from the village? Are you a fucking idiot from the village? Are you from a large city? Are you educated? This is why it matters.
How does like a fucking villager could also fuck somebody who's from a city, isn't it?
When's the last time that happened?
Happens many times.
It rarely happens. Only when the riot crews. Clearly, yeah. The village is for wipe my ass. I'll come there and you can wipe my ass. I mean,
from industrial revolution would generate so much of toxic clouds that they would pour down on a village.
Avish, what village are you from?
Nainital. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, okay. This is where we're going. So you are from the village. But Nainital is near the city, right? It's not really a village. It's like a grade 2 type of city.
My geography has been bad in my school days.
Are you legal? Are you legal in the US or are you illegal?
What?
You're illegal or legal?
No. Actually, look, Avish, where do you live? Do you live in India or somewhere else? India?
You don't live in India. I think I'm looking at your IP address. It's coming from the US.
It's not from the US. I travel though. But I'm an Indian. Can't you see what
Guys, I know this guy. He's legit. Welcome. Okay.
Like,
No, I remember. He's my friend. Avish. You're patent. You're focused on patents, right?
just
Yes. It's
Okay. This guy's legit. We're just we harass the newcomers, so don't take it personally. This guy's a nice guy, good lawyer. Welcome.
Finally. I don't know. I saw an invite and I just clicked on it and it popped up.
so you are right now in India or US?
Currently in India.
Stop lying. Just
He comes here all the time. He travels around everywhere. He's
well, then how come are you on VPN or something?
he's got more class than you.
Maybe my mobile is like something still from the US thing.
JR, he's high class. You're middle class. Madara is low class. Does that work?
I stop putting these economic classes and bullshit on us. We don't actually operate like that. We are all equals. God has made us all equals.
No, absolutely not. Avatar is low class.
Yeah,
We are middle class.
exactly. This is a low class thinking. Why don't you upgrade the thinking? Left off. Well, it's not always about money. Oh, you're a 10 gig guy. You're a 5 gig. You're a 100 gig.
Such a fucking low class Avatar is.
But they're a low class mindset. Seriously, man. This is what happens when you live in a big town. Right? Like, these people never grow up. Anyway. Avi, nice cheeks. You must not work out, I guess. It is what it is.
I played a lot of football, all sorts of sports, cricket, football, snooker, basketball. But since entering into law, you don't get time. So for the past decade, more than that, on and off, yoga, whenever I get time. But currently busy with some of our own ventures and new products, and that is one of the reason I'm here. I'm launching something where you will be paid to talk. So you're just talking and you'll make money. So I'm working on this new thing. I keep on working. After knows like patents and all. So I'm a patent lawyer. I have a couple of patents filed with the USPTO. So working on new stuff, and that's why I'm here. Otherwise, I don't know what kind of morons could be here on this stupid app. Sorry to say, guys. Sorry. No. Look. Listen. Let me kill it. You're subclass. No village, nothing. Sorry to say, but.
Damn, we are morons.
Look, if you're signing up for some people,
This is
not
not really
money.
Clubhouse is a big we come here for therapy. But the thing is, the people who provide us therapy are also not doctors. So that
Alice, look, if you're looking for a good speaker, take JR. It's a very good speaker.
Yeah, I calm everyone's nerve. You can do a verbal yoga. Yeah. Close your eyes and just do.
So how much you pay, Anish, for talking in your, like whatever you do? How much is the pay? I can talk.
He's got no app, man. He's just saying.
Yeah, don't blame the app if you don't use it. I mean, yes, I don't know if he's associated or he's one of the founders. If he is. Sorry, you know how it's going down. Yeah, it's something which needs to be worked on. Probably untapped. It is untapped. In the sense, this thing has a lot of potential, but like I see, like how much you pay? That's my question, right? How much are you paying for you to talk there?
You know, I work for Clubhouse. I'm a
No. Yeah, shut up. How much you pay?
Depends on your XP. XP is like your quotient, like your energy, like your karma.
What's the highest pay?
Probably 5,000 per minute.
5,000 what? Euros?
I know it.
No. Fuck that shit.
That's for influencers who have like thousands, lakhs of followers. So I'll share the link. I'll share the link. We're just finalizing it. Will take a month or so to launch. Once we launch it, I'll let you know for sure. You guys, of course, would be welcome there with points credited to your account. So we'll see how it works. So, like for example, you want to talk with somebody, probably. I mean, there's a lot of algorithm happening. We'll let you know.
When did you get a real job, Adish? Like, where are you doing this bullshit,
Bullshit. I make money out of this, brother.
Yeah, I know. It kind of seems like a scam.
Scam? Like what?
Don't you have a real job?
JR and Madara are the clowns of this part of Clubhouse. Don't really take what they say seriously.
Yeah, thank you. Nachiketa. Look, you are a lawyer, right? You know the laws and stuff.
Yes, I do.
You are practicing law.
Yes.
And were you into this business of, taking some speakers, something, whatever? What is it? What's happening?
What's happening? It's soul jumping from here to there, probably. Nice. Energy is flow, isn't it? To keep your mind wobbling, thinking, curiosity, maybe.
That's right.
So yeah, let's see where it all goes, isn't it? Today I was shattered. Literally, I went to a shop to buy. I have a son. He's 6 years old, and went to a shop to buy. And you buy a toy Chinese. You look at your house, lights Chinese. Construction we are not doing. Pharma we are not doing. Softwares we are not doing. Agriculture we were doing. We transformed to urea. Now organic has come back, so we left our roots. So what we are doing actually? Nothing. I mean, see that perspective. So yeah, that's just a thought which I had today. Cars, doing what we are doing. It's a corporate slave thing happening. Being a lawyer, you look at all the treaties we sign, you look at all the intellectual property pacts we sign. It's corporate slaves. So I don't do that, probably. I'll never do that. Audible? Hello?
Yeah, look, you are audible. I hear that.
Hello?
this Madrasi Irtul. I feel like connection with you guys somehow. I get the vibes. There is. No, I think how भोलेनाथ भी बैठे हैं, मेरे forefathers भी बैठे हैं, चाणक्य भी बैठे हैं, दुर्गा भी बैठी है. Now in red, खून भी बैठा है. Yeah, I know. Then what are you talking about? We don't even understand Hindi. You know that much Hindi, brother. You know, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. You will eventually. Yeah, I don't think so. So, Rahan, you want to say something, dude? He left. So, I just wanted to know if you guys could really help me, because for the idea I said. So how we make like these clubs which people start, and like what's the remuneration here? What's the finances? How do you work that out? If somebody please could help me with this. If you guys do it like I mean, or if it's still open your mic and tell Abhish about your business plans in the clubhouse. Look, how do you have all this money, man? Tell him that. See, I understand one concept where, like, there was a startup club I was previously speaking in. It was from Florida, and they were talking about AI businesses and startups and everything. So I was very happy to talk to them, and they heard. So I understand they have a service of startup.club, their website, and they're promoting it. Fair enough. I get that. So it's just free to talk, and they're building their audience. Fair enough. Now, like, you have a club here, so I don't know. And then I see all these youngsters. I mean, I'm more inclined towards understanding what they are doing. There's so many youngsters there, love, lust, and all those things, and they're just talking, and they still want to gain more audience, and they play those games and everything. So, like, how do they get paid with that? I mean, I need to really know that, please. If somebody could help. Because, like I said initially, we are launching something where you'll be paid to talk. I mean, by a minute. Yeah, like, what are you launching? What's your app? Pasak is the Pasak Pass and Talk. So once it's live, it's an idea. No, just write the name in the chat. No. Once it's not live now, but we do have the test flight versions and everything. We could call you, invite it, and you could check it. What do you want? Sucker Talk? Yeah, we call it Sucker Dog. So what we do, you'll be paid, but you have your own joins, and the joins is the virtual currency there you get per minute. So that depends. You probably have 10 rupees in INR, if I say, per minute, or you have 5,000 at the topmost. That depends on a lot of algorithms, what your joins are. Like, if you're talking here, so if I give you a like, but you talk bullshit, I give you a thumbs down, so your joints go down. So a lot of things like that, which public decides what your price is, and accordingly you get your joints, and you get paid. So I wanted to know, like, that's why I come here to understand, because doing this, what's the revenue model here? But don't worry. I personally want to have a app in India. It's my own thing, but I really don't think that anyone will support me. What's your thing?
it's not about high quality prostitutes.
It's like it has to be reliable, right? You know, like you have to take them. You have to take like a regular HPV, HIV test and so on, and also you also have to be like very reliable.
Now you're
It's not
talking.
it's not easy business.
Now you're talking, brother. That's what my idea was. It's not about high quality. It's about reliability. Because so many people, they are being screwed, or they are being taken for a ride on the pretext of these services. And I'm even being a lawyer and those cases where you just get these random numbers online and you call them, and eventually you are robbed. I mean, let's take to that context. You're robbed, or you are defeated by the person or whatever they do the tricks that way. So there has to be a portal where you have reliable services, and the public rates it. I mean, it's a wonderful idea, which like thought it way back. It's been like 10 years I thought of this. And I don't know why somebody didn't do it. I'm too busy with my law and other so-called.
Look, I think we should look. Obviously, we should collaborate. You know the law. I have the managerial skills. Let's collaborate on this. Let's see where it goes.
What skills do you have? That's the question.
Did you watch the movie Shawshank? No. What's that movie? The Nazis.
Shawshank Redemption?
No. I'm so sorry. Where the Nazis were.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Look, that's what I say. Look, I bring the panache. I bring the business skills. You bring the technical stuff. Now I need a lawyer with this stuff. As long as you bring it, I bring everything else. I bring the capital.
You need a penis.
Look, JR and Dave, it's gonna be like a.
You need a penile implant to extend your length.
Whatever. Dude, trust me, Avish, we are gonna do this.
This one is live, which I've posted on the message box. This one is currently live. The other one is also live. If you guys want to see it, but it's like a little secret in the context. Once we launch it, but it's live also. We do it. See, but we need to have technical capacity. I mean, for the gig, the tech is hard. I mean, we manage it. I have a team to do the tech stuff. Still, like you have to come with something. I mean, are you good with UI, with idea, wonderful thing? So yeah, let's do it. I mean, check this one and this. It's a digital diary for Indian lawyers. You have all your cases automatically pulled from the court. I mean, it's probably boring for you guys, so I won't go into the details. But it's something one of its kind. There's nothing like that. Apart from one, but it also doesn't have what we have. So yes, let's do it. I'm always game. I mean, and bring me ideas, show me ideas. I love to brainstorm, think, go deep, dig it like a bloody horny dog, and reach to the crux of it, whether it's worth to pursue that idea or not. What is gonna take? What forces we need? What investment we need? It's gonna reap it or not. I would love to dig it. At least that would come from our own resources, and we have that much of resources. Could do that. So yeah, there's no dearth of ideas. We have, like you will see on the profile, I pledges. Again,
It's a portal where you take pledge and we donate money to a charity. For example, you say, I'll have two kids, right? Uh, you just take a pledge and the document of your pledge, you have to just share it on your Insta and Facebook. And just by sharing, we are donating 100 rupees for to a charity which is working on overpopulation. So that's again, that's a wonderful thing we're working on. We use CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility Act, the law. So again, you bring in forces. What is Abhaya into? Abhaya, you still there? Abhaya?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just really sleepy.
Huh? JR, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just really sleepy.
Yeah, Abhaya, please. Go to sleep. Okay, Nadara bro, nice connecting with you. Let me add you back. Let me add you and I'll let you know once Abhaya, I'll add everybody and I'll let you know. I'll send you a special invite to the new app. We have our US partners investors come partners into that as well. So once we launch, we'll definitely let you know go live because we would be looking for speakers out there. Speakers, like I told you, will understand the whole functioning. So we'll send you a special invite. And as we are close to launch, I'll personally message you to throw me your email or something so I'll send you the special invite. So I guess I think you guys are like sleepy time, so I'll let you go. And you let me go. Okay, guys. Thanks for having me. Bye, JR. Vote for him. He's the president now. The same as in Israel. Bibi is the president. I can like him or not like him, but he's the president.
Igal, Ali, Yehudi, bring Igal up, Amos. Amos, give me one, bro. You're not bringing people up.
No, just not Adriana. You know, we're the same picture.
Soren, are you saying there's never been any kind of moment between presidents like that?
Never, not like this. You don't want
Prince, why are you obsessed
But
with
you
me?
guys think it's way too personal. It's not personal. Killing the Palestinian kids is not personal.
It's business.
business.
So what's the
So leave the gun and take the cannoli.
Why are your soldiers hiding behind women?
To speak, if somebody wants, they can come. Those people
You're
can come.
so obsessed with me, boy. I wanna know.
Rahel, I'm not fucking
You are, man. You
Shut
are.
your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Palestinians better get their victimhood narratives ready because it looks like they're gonna be going back to
exactly.
war.
It's not personal. Adriana, give that energy to Mike.
What energy was mine?
You better get your little baby dolls, the fake
Almost.
Hollywood
Can I ask
dolls,
you a question?
baby dolls ready.
No, excuse me.
Those slap the little red paint on them.
Excuse
What's gonna be coming back at you?
Is it more Yahudi?
Can I ask you? Can I ask you? Can we all agree that Hamas has to go?
No.
Yeah, but how?
No, we don't all agree.
But the logistics of getting rid of them and keeping them out
Hamas
is more problematic than I think people want to admit.
As of today, Hamas is the most popular Palestinian faction. It is up for us to decide if they stay or leave.
When was the last time they had an election? Long time ago.
No, but I think with the mighty hand.
Do you know why we're not having election? Wait, Rabbi, wait. Do you know why we didn't have an election?
Because they're dictators and they throw people off buildings.
Let me tell you why. Because Bibi refuses to allow Jerusalemites to cast their votes. And if we set this precedence of not allowing the people of Jerusalem to vote in our elections, we're basically saying, okay, we give up East Jerusalem. So fuck you.
Well, it's funny that everything wrong with the Palestinians is the fault of the Israelis.
I don't know.
Every single thing wrong, they can blame a Jew.
Just like the Jews blame the
It must
Nazis.
really suck to be that victimized.
No, just
That
like the
every
Jews blame
single thing,
every
you have
war.
no power whatsoever.
Just like the
That-
Jews
that
blame
you have
every
to go
boy.
kill baby children. You have to kill girls at rape
What
parties
baby children?
because the Jews are just caused you every problem under the sun.
Baby children.
Because like the Venus kids, the ones that the Palestinians choked to death and smacked with smoking. They got professional autopsies. Even if the Palestinians lied, if we take it at face value, with my mom, the Palestinians still kidnapped them and they're still responsible for their death.
One lie at a time.
One lie at a time, yeah. The Palestinians would have thrown about 17 lives at a time. Genocide, famine, we couldn't have an election because of the Jews in Jerusalem.
They always do. This is the Middle East, bitch.
Listen, these guys are they're victims of Jews. These Jews got to buy the balls in every fucking way.
It's about money, but now it's not personal. We need to get rid of Hamas. The only way to get rid of Hamas is if we kill all the children. After we do that, then we can build the Mar-a-Lago and we can make a shit ton of money. That's what matters. It doesn't matter who dies and who lives.
Such a piece of shit, this guy. I swear to
You can say
God.
it for your family, but let's keep other people's families out of here.
Well, the terror gods, what's the upside of keeping them around?
Okay, what if your family dies then?
Yeah, but they won't die. Because
They're making money.
Exactly.
So
They're useful. They're useful idiots.
Wait. I want to clarify one thing. There hasn't been any other instance of Hamas killing any of the war prisoners that they took. But with the Bibas, who Hamas has confirmed their death a year ago by an Israeli bomb. Oh no, they were strangled or they were choked. What about all the other prisoners who were killed by bombing? What about them? What about the 4 or 5 Israelis who waved the white flag inside of Gaza and were all shot and killed because they thought they were Palestinians? What about that?
But that's what I'm
You're
saying.
telling me Hamas left all the prisoners
It doesn't
and
matter.
wanted to choke 2 children.
It just doesn't matter. That's kind of what
You
I'm
guys
saying.
are fucking ridiculous. Just like the 40 beheaded babies, Mike. You fucking liars. Yeah, kite, yeah, Yahudi, Shalmu.
But how does it impact my pocket? Like that's the first question I think about.
Yo, Amos, bring Daniel up. Bring Daniel up. Bring the homosexual
adds money.
who advocates for gay rights and simultaneously advocates for the death of innocent people. Bring him up.
Bring him up, bring him
But
up.
that's what I'm saying, man. It's
Bring him up,
personal,
bring him
it's
up.
about money. So it's not like
Money.
yeah, I don't want anyone to die, but like if that's the only way we can